Hello everyone!
Hello!
Okay, so where should we start first? So I'm just going to give a brief introduction of myself and then I'm going to go straight to the point. First of all, my name is Muhammad Shafi Ashram bin Zulkarnain, and thank you for attending my talk here today. So the topic that I'm going to be talking about today is that I'm going to be talking about how to give an effective speech. Okay, I'm going to tell all of you how to give an effective speech so that you can use it for further purposes. For example, if you would like to use it for your assignments or maybe your videos or your any events or something. So yeah, you can use that. So let's start off to the first point. The first point is obviously when you're about to give a speech, you have to start with an introduction, right? Am I right? Okay, so for the introduction, try to make it as brief as possible, but full of context. As in, don't talk too much, don't talk too long, blabbering about this and that and this and that, talk about your family's background, your family's history, but then there's no context at all. And the audience is like, oh, what does this have to do with us? Why is this related to the topic? Okay, so yeah. Make sure it's brief, and then try to insert some attention getters. You know, maybe talk about your history or your experience. Maybe talk about a short story, or just make some jokes, some humor for the audience, so that they'll pay full attention. Yeah, try to grab their attention. Try to make it look, oh wow, this speaker is very attractive. He's trying to tell us a very important message. Okay, that way the audience will pay full attention to you and only you. And they will not get distracted by the surroundings or the, anything that's going on around them. Okay. And as for the second point, okay, we move on to the second point. It's consider your points. Okay, think about your points, because you would like to talk about something that's related to your audience. You would like to talk about something that your audience would like to pay attention to. If you talk about something that's not related at all to the theme or to the audience, then they'll be thinking like, oh, why did we come here in the first place? Why are we here? Why are we not at home doing something else that's, more beneficial? So yeah, just think of interesting topics to talk about. Don't talk about boring old topics like, what can we do on our free time? Yeah, just find something that's interesting. And the third point is that go straight to the point. When you're giving a speech, try to jump straight to the point instead of running around off topic, talking for 3 to 4 hours or talking about something all day that's not even related to your topic, the topic that you're talking about. Okay, try to avoid all those things because it's going to get boring in the end. I mean, yes, you can share your personal stories or experiences or anything that's funny, but try to avoid talking for too long because people will think, you know what, this guy is boring, let's just go home. It's better to watch something on the internet or something. So try to think about all those things. Try to keep those things in mind. Okay. And so for our last point, for my last tips and advice, it's the conclusion. Well, not exactly a conclusion. You can say it's the closing. Okay, so after you finish your speech, you finish talking about everything you are talking about, try to have a Q&A session. As, I don't know, maybe if you have 10 minutes left to spare, you can have a Q&A session for 10 minutes. Okay, just let the audience talk. I mean, give the audience an opportunity to ask questions. It shows that they are paying attention to you instead of doing something else in the back. Maybe they were talking or they were sleeping. Okay, so just let them ask questions, and this part is important. You should know your topic. You should know fully about your topic. You should be an expert at it. You should not know just a brief of it. You should not know just one part of it, because the audience will obviously ask questions that are related to your topic, and maybe they will ask questions that requires you to think outside of the box. So that's where you play your own part. You play your role. And yes, so that's all for today, and that's all I can say, because we'll continue later in my next topic or my next speech, please continue to watch. Thank you.